One thing I've been saying for a long time is that when it comes to cemetery staff and talking about the people that dig graves, grave diggers, and the support staff in cemeteries, I've always maintained that too often are they ignored by society. Too often do we call people boys. And that is something that we've stopped at Mowbray Cemetery. A very clear line exists here, and they are not anybody's boys. Our staff at Mowbray and in all cemeteries now are honored, valued people of our society and community. They've carried society through COVID periods, through nights, days, in the rains and storms, and too often they're ignored. But I got a pleasant call from your son not too long ago. And he said to me that they're from an organization, and there was a little gesture from the cemetery side, which I'm not going to go into right now. But I think that I'm going to leave it to him to tell the little story, because they looked at what the work was that cemetery staff was doing and decided to honor them in a certain way. It was just a call that you made to me, and you said that you want to recognize the staff.
2 weeks ago, basically, there was a problem. I'm working in the community, helping people with janazas is concerned, a lot of things. First of all, I'm from Darussalam. I'm one of the trustees. And amazingly, basically, when I contacted Faizal, because there's an emergency, immediately he agreed, basically, we will help you out. I came myself here to the janazas, help to bury. And I look at the staff, basically, knowingly from the morning, 8 o'clock they were here, basically. Now they're going to run into 6 o'clock. And for the work that I'm doing, it's very, a lot in our community that we don't recognize our cleaners. We don't recognize our grave diggers, and how important it was for me at that moment to have that grave diggers. And that is why from our organization, I made a decision that on a monthly basis, I would like to give something towards them. This little bit that we're doing. And we never advertise what we're doing and what we're giving, basically. But it's by time that we have to look at people like this and the input and how important they can become in our lives at the time of sadness, especially where janazas is concerned.
What you're saying is so valuable, because it's something that we've been trying to say for a while. But how do you get somebody, how do you force somebody, how do you force a community to recognize something? It is something that they need to see for themselves. And I know today, and I want to clear up something with you. Iksan, clearly he knows what will happen when things are on my videos, right? There's lots of people. He clearly said that this is not about advertising for the organization. They're not into that. They attend to a lot of people. But it was me, and I want to clear that insisted to tell you the story. And the reason I want to tell you the story is because it's maybe something that I personally wanted to achieve. And what I wanted to achieve was that people will recognize cemetery staff and grave diggers, not to be those people that you just walk past and take out, just throw him a 5 rand or something. That mentality must change. These are people that sacrifice lots of their time. I'll give you an idea. Cape Town, you know how stormy it was recently. Now the heat is starting. We can't stand outside for 15 minutes to dig a grave. Sometimes it takes up to 4 hours to dig one single grave. And these people go through day in, day out doing that. And yes, you can say it's a job. But trust me, if you don't have the passion to do this, you're going to find a different job. Therefore, son, if I can say that from Mowbray Cemetery and the Muslim Cemetery Board, we know that you committed, and I think I'm going to let you mention what you committed to provide to the staff, because it's a big thing. I'll tell you that we'll bring them in now, a few of them, and you can maybe start the process of handing it out to them. But I can tell you, for our staff in the cemetery, it's a big thing. So we want to say thank you to you.
I really appreciate it. Basically, like you said, basically, we don't like to advertise what we're giving, basically. But this is purely just for the people to realize, basically, that little things help. And if all of us stand together, basically, we can make it happen. And it's not about work. It's about passion, the passion they've got, basically. And when it comes to, especially where janazas is concerned, if it becomes personal to you, whether it's your father or your mother, you want this extra care. And this is the people that's giving it to us, basically. In the end of the day, when it's finished, we greet them, we don't see them again, basically. And that is how it goes, because I'm working in community all the time. That moment of need, you there, everybody is a hand. And after that, we forget about what is happening, how they're going home. And alhamdulillah, from my side, basically, on the day that I was here, I made sure where the security was concerned, where the guys that was here was good, I made sure that I made them comfortable and I gave them what they deserve. From my side, this must be, the community needs to be heated, basically, where it's concerned. And I want to ask the community to get involved. We need, every day we need to seek what is our purpose. There's many of us that's not working. Seek what is your purpose and we go out and together we can make things happen, inshallah.
You're saying that you put together for each staff member. If you could just explain a little bit, because this is quite substantial to provide every month, you know.
From our organization, we're doing like this 2,000 parcels that people that is on database. Like you can say it's a meat pack and then you've got your stints and that it. This is a basic parcel for the people to use for just over 2 weeks, inshallah.
As the chairman of the board, representing our board and passing this message to you from the board's perspective, it's just a bigger day for me because, yes, it's a food parcel and they're going to consume it, but for me, it's the message that somebody is saying thank you for what you do to the staff, and for me that's a big thing. So I want to say again to you, thank you very much, because for me, one of the things I think I wanted to achieve was that people recognize cemetery staff, and for me, this today says that you're recognizing. To honor the work that you guys do as cemetery staff, the organization that Exxon is operating, and he's going to just tell you a little bit about it very quickly. They've committed to, not in December, but they've committed to every month to try and give you guys a parcel like this, which I think is quite big.
From Darussalam, we really appreciate and applaud what you people doing, and we were recognizing that by that, saying that basically we would like to donate every month basically a parcel, food parcel to you people. And whatever we get from Darussalam, we will liaise with the cemetery board to get the staff, especially from the Mowgli cemetery.
For the staff we get here by the cemetery, thank you so much.